Hello citizens, my name is Chris and welcome to Brain Education TV. Today we're going to expand our balance practice. If you haven't seen the first video where you can check in and assess your condition, please go back and watch. But today we're going to go a little bit deeper. We can use our sticks if we need a little bit of support, so this is good for any of us. So let's enjoy our practice. First, we're going to start to walk a little bit in place. So we're just going to get a little walking. I want to get the sense of moving my center, my second chakra, from foot to foot. So I want to get that sense of recognizing when it's over my foot and my balance is strong. As I get more and more comfortable and more confident, I can start to hold a little bit longer. Now, what can cause me to struggle? If my leg gets too far out and it pulls me off my center, I will wobble. If I'm not strong enough in this leg, I'll start to wobble. If this leg isn't strong in my hip flexors, it'll start to wobble. So there's a strength element and then there's a centering element that has to do with my balance. So you'll start to recognize where that trouble is, and we're gonna really find some of that out today. So if we step over to the other side, find that center and then lift. Some of you will keep the foot down, some of you will want to touch, some of you can lift a little bit higher. You may start to feel fatigue. Keep watching. And then we're going to move a little bit side to side, coming up, and then back and forth. Ooh, wobbly. So you miss from time to time. That's very normal, especially as you're trying to get a little bit better. So we're going to do one more to each side. And then find your center. I want you to feel your feet just under your shoulders and try to feel that stability. Do you feel secure? Do you feel comfortable? And then we're going to try to build some strength as we go. I'm going to use the sticks here, my support, to help me advance a little bit more. So I want to try to keep my upper body relaxed as I start to move from side to side. So I'm going to move my center over to my right foot. It's stable. I can bring in my left leg and I'm going to lift it up. So now higher. If I'm in trouble, I can push harder with my hands to get me a little bit extra. Now, I'd like you to reach your toes out, a bit of a kick. So as you reach out, if you try to hold, you might get some trembles, discomfort, maybe even a cramp in that hip flexor. That shows you that lack of strength, and I have to push a little extra pressure, and then we come in, and then we come down, and then we're gonna slide over. So that leg feels much better now, happy on the floor. Then we're gonna lift, good, and you feel how high, and then reach out. Now some of you will be waist high, knee high, ankle high. That's just a sign of your condition right now. So I feel a little trembling. This one trembles more for me. So it's a little weaker, so I'm gonna come back in. So now, the holding is where we're going to build a lot of strength. So as I come over and I come up, I can just reach out and then back in. Coming over and reach out. Now, am I needing a lot of support, or can I be even lighter with my support? Reaching out and in. So we start to really add the strength element as we start to extend. We also add the uncentering of a longer leg that causes a little bit more wobble. So especially when we move into Tai Chi, more movements and more flows, it looks more like martial arts. So we're going to add a little bit more of this kind of a kicking exercise. So now I'm going to set these down. If you need them, keep holding them. But if you can try this same movement without any support. So I come over, I can bring my leg up and reach out. Now, if you need to put your hands out or wherever you need to, feel comfortable and then reach. Good. So some of you will want to go a little faster because in the momentum, we can hide away from some of the wobbles. So when we move fast, like when we walk normally, we don't feel a sense of loss of balance necessarily. So we want to try to find it. And then if I start to go a little slower, I start to have more trouble. This is where we start to expand our practice, challenge ourselves a little bit more, because it's in that challenge is where we start to have a lot of trouble. So now your legs may start to feel a little bit tired. We may start to feel a little bit of fatigue. Good. One more time to each side. Good. And then coming back in, find your centered stance with 2 feet. Find the balls of your feet. Now do your legs feel different? Stronger? Are they feeling warm? Are they trembling a little bit? The tremble means we need more practice to get stronger. If they feel more solid, that means you're building a bit of strength so that you're going to be able to stand longer, walk longer, move more. That's the goal. Now we're going to add a little bit of energy to this. So this is where we start to make this into more of a Qigong flow or a Tai Chi flow, and we can challenge ourselves here a little bit. I'm going to back up just a little bit. So find your feet here. Now I want you to take this hand and imagine there's a string of energy and it's going to grab this knee on this side. So when I grab it, I'm going to slide my weight over and I'm going to drag that foot over. And then I'm going to lift it up. And I'm going to move my hand back. I want to keep my center over this foot. If I move it, I'm going to fall. And then I want to set it back down. This hand, string on the knee, drag the knee over, lift the knee up, slide it back out, and put it down. So it's like you're your own energy puppet. The energy of my hand moves my leg. So it gives you that sense of focus, that sense of energy. Now, if this is really hard, you might want to go a little bit faster. It's going to be a little bit easier. But as you start to get good, you want to start to slow down. So breathing as you inhale, up, exhale on the way down. Inhale, and exhale. So as you start to feel that strength, that energy, your mind becomes very centered. And then as you challenge yourself to go slower and slower, as you challenge yourself to lift higher and wider, you start to expand your practice, growing more and more comfort, more and more power. We're going to do one more. Up and over. Find your centered feet. Now, do you feel stronger? Do you feel lighter? So it seems not to make sense, but when your legs feel stronger, you actually feel lighter. And now there's energy flow. So the goal is to feel very strong, but also very light. So you guys did a great job. We'll bring our feet together, we'll bring our hands around them, and we'll say thank you. If you'd like to expand your practice in brain education, check the link in the description. There you can subscribe to our email list. When you subscribe to our email list, we have a free gift for you. It's the first chapter of our founder's new book, Take Back Your Brain. It's by Lee. He's the creator of brain education, and it will help you deepen your practice.